Good evening, everybody, and it's good to see you all. Thank you for being here. I know I am running severely behind tonight, and I apologize for that. I've had a bit of a rough evening tonight, so just trying to jump on and spread some holiday cheer with everybody tonight. So basically, tonight, or today rather, I ended up getting a package, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get it this evening. So I'd kind of contemplated whether or not I would be going live tonight or if I would just kind of do an unboxing tomorrow when I normally go live. However, tomorrow's episode is going to be about Mythic Legions. So I decided, tonight's episode, this is a little bit different. This is Figure Obscura. So I thought to myself, instead of trying to fit it in with tomorrow's episode, I might as well just go ahead and do this tonight and enjoy my Friday night with everybody. But I don't want to stream too late because I know in a little over an hour, Mega J is going to be going live, and so I'll probably see a couple of you guys over in the chat. So anyway, package showed up today, and I was on the fence about buying this thing. It didn't take that quite that long to get the hat on. It actually just took this long because I downloaded a background. Unfortunately, when I forgot when doing a solo show, you don't see a background around everything. Instead, you just get me. So I did all that for nothing, as well as I was finishing up some other stuff um, that I had tried to start earlier tonight, but I've been a little distracted. So just still trying to get stuff together for tomorrow night's show too, which really bums me out because I was hoping I would have had all that together by now, but unfortunately I did not. So finally getting to open this guy. So one of the really cool things about this is that when you order Father Christmas, you get a Christmas card. Huh? So it's real cool. Completely open on the inside. I think that is a really neat touch. They even gave you a little envelope. So I think that is something really cool. And you know what? I'm being incredibly rude because I'm so thrown off of my own usual game here. So first off in the chat, we got Masterversal Toy Hunter popping in. Glad you could be here, buddy. For everybody who doesn't realize, Masterversal comes all the way from Eternia, so it's always great when he can join us here live in the chat and chit chat with us and join us for all of our crazy YouTube live adventures. And we always appreciate having you here. So, as a matter of fact, you'll be seeing him go live with us tomorrow night when we do our Masterverse or our Masterverse class. Yes, no, when we do our Mythic Legions. So that's going to be a lot of fun, guys. I'm really excited to be, teaming up with Sean, Jesse, and Brick once again, as well as Eldor, and doing a whole nother class. It's going to be really, really fun. But we'll talk about more about that later. So Gamer Bud popped in, just telling me, hey, what's going on, brother? Duchess of Darkness. No matter what else is going on, Duchess will always jump into one of our Toy live streams. Thank you so much for all the continued support, Duchess. It is really great having you here. And the man, the myth, the legend himself, the Skelevator. Always good to have you here, buddy. And thanks for joining me tonight. This is going to be a lot of fun. And my big sis is in the house. I reached out to her tonight. I wasn't sure if she was going to be able to join because I know it's a little bit late. But I am glad that you are here, Carol, because I think this is going to mean a little bit, a lot to you as well. Uh, this figure opening, it's personal in a lot of ways. And again, one of the reasons I wasn't even sure I was going to order this or not, my mom used to collect those like vintage Santa Clauses, and they were like the tree topper kind. So she used to collect those, And when everybody was trying to speculate and figure out what the Four Horsemen were dropping, there was a lot of talk that it might be. Um, Nobody was entirely sure. And then it eventually came out that it was going to be Father Christmas. So I was like, okay, that's really cool. And then when they started doing all the pictures and everything else, I kind of knew right then and there I was going to end up doing this, but I really, really was stopping myself for a while. And then I ended up pulling the trigger. So we've got Toy Connections in the house. Hey, Ken, it's good to see you. I'm glad to have you here tonight, brother. Oh, awesome, awesome to see you. Nolan has showed up. Can always depend on Nolan to be here as well. Thank you for being here, brother. Love it. And we have Ray Black in the house as well. Glad to have you here. Really good to see you. Oh man, I'm getting a bigger turnout than I thought I would tonight, especially since this is very, very short notice for me. Um, just kind of jumping in and saying, hey. So here we've got one of the most beautiful card backdrops ever. Nate Barch doing the artwork for, everything pretty much Mythic Legions, and jumping in and doing another awesome display. So if you kind of want to just pose your character, Father Christmas in front of this, that is a gorgeous display. As well as he did this side, which was tonight's thumbnail. I really, really love this art. I kind of wish he came with the owl. You see the owl up here? Almost wish he came with that. He does come with a lot of really cool accessories, though. All right, so I'm gonna read the back of the card because hey, why not, right? We're all here to have some fun and enjoy Father Christmas. So I'm definitely I'm gonna go ahead, go for the whole gambit. We're gonna read the box. So he is known by many names: Chris Kringle, Saint Nicholas, Grandfather Frost, Weihnachtsmann, Babo Natal, Papa Noel, Sinterklaas, Santa, Father Christmas, whatever moniker you know him by, and whatever legends you have heard. One similarity across them all is that of a benevolent soul who brings joy to the children of the world. In some of these stories, he is a plump and jolly old elf, while in others, he is a kind and generous man of the cloth. In other, much older tales, he is a spirit of nature, friend to goodly creatures large and small. There's a great magic in these stories and his fantastical toy factories hidden in the north. Oh, wait, I skipped the whole line there, guys. Sorry, I just messed that whole thing up. See, this is why I'm not a narrator like Duchess. Uh, it is a fantastical magic like the spectacle of a reindeer who can fly in toy factories hidden in the northernmost part of the world. Beyond these miraculous tales, however, there is also a very real magic in the holiday season. It is the power of giving. For Santa Claus is the spirit of generosity, and all who believe in his lessons and do good in his name help spread the magic of Father Christmas. Isn't that kind of nice? I think that was really nice. I really enjoyed that. That was pretty cool. So, on to other parts of it. Here we have Father Christmas in the box wearing his gorgeous robe. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous robe. Hugh Hefner ain't got nothing on him with his smoking jackets. And again, more of the impressive, beautiful artwork by Nate all the way around the box. On the back there, you can even see Santa and his sleigh. Gosh, that's great. Can I just say right now, I'm loving seeing every chit chatting away. I love the camaraderie of the small following of fans that was well established on the Toy Frenzy channel long before I started doing my own thing. And I know I've seen, of course, most of you guys I met through many, many other toy chats across YouTube, including Toy Connections, who's got a big, big stream coming up tomorrow, kicking off another streamathon. I'm definitely going to catch some of that before I have my mythic episode tomorrow night. So if you guys can, see what I did there? That wasn't even intentional. Oh, got some other royalty coming in for the show. We've got Josh Knox in the house. What's going on, Josh? Glad you could make it out, man. Uh, no, this is not the Santa hat from Guardians. This is actually the Santa hat from my very own Santa suit, which I have sitting just off to the side of me here. Um, Ozzy Claus will be coming out later this year. Um, Probably for a couple of live streams and a couple live episodes. It's going to be great. And we've got Oz. I first met you on Jay's live channel. That's right. As a matter of fact, one of my very first appearances on YouTube, actually my second, Mega J did an open mic night where several of us met while we were all waiting to go live with Jay. Ray Black was one of those. She joined us for a little bit that night, as well as Collecting Classics. Ray. That was actually when I first met Ray, and we all had a really good time hanging out with Jay that night. Uh, we got a couple of surprises in that stream. It was a little awkward and weird, but great. Hey guys, got that Silka gel. Comes with almost every action figure. Don't eat it. All right. Josh saying, what's good, brother? Man, I am in a good mood tonight because as I was explaining this toy, my mom collected these Santa Clauses. Not these ones, of course. This is the first ever. But she had collected all these old Santa Claus tree toppers and such. And like I said early on, I was on the fence about getting this one. However, after I started seeing a couple people having them open them up and checking out everything that they came with and just how amazing they looked, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm definitely going to pick this guy up and I'm going to enjoy him because, in all honesty, it reminds me of my mom quite a bit. She passed away a few years ago. Um, so yeah, this really made me start thinking about her. And I was like, you know what? I want a part of my collection to always remind me about my mom because she kind of started my whole toy collection, really, in a lot of ways. If it wasn't for her and my dad, I wouldn't have had all those great Masters of the Universe toys as a kid, as well as also just, she kept it going. She kept it going for a lot of years. Star Wars Power of the Force 2 came back. My mom was scrambling like crazy trying to get me as many of the figures as she could. And I mean, it was always because I was like, we would be shopping in Kmart and I'd hit that toy section. I'd be like, Mom, you know, you I know you don't have money right now, but you could put this on layaway and then I can have it for Christmas and then try to weasel my way into getting it before Christmas or whatever holiday was coming up. I was such a little jerk about it. I really was, but she was always really good about it. So Gamerbud said I was supposed to go live that night, but I fell asleep in my room. Oh, which night? Oh, okay. That's right. I remember. Yeah, the night that Jay did the open mic night. Yeah. You imagine that me and Gamerbud, would have had very, very similar starts then at the time. So, a couple of the accessories that we get here with Santa Claus. One thing that I really like, he comes with his own little tree. You see it a little better over here. So that's really cool. And of course, with a tree, there's like a ton of little shavings already in this little plastic thing. Um, but another neat part that I like about this is, you can't just have a tree. You gotta have the base to put the tree in. So, oh no, there's got to be something else that goes in there. Here's the tree. Here's the base. And it's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. You guys all know that expression? I don't know if YouTube allows it. They'll probably pull the video later. We'll see. So Matt First was saying that's special there, sir. Absolutely, it really is. And Gamer Bud chiming in, saying my parents got me my Motu toys before I was born because my sister played with Shira, so I was born right into it. Absolutely, man. Danny Phillips in the house, all the way from the UK. See, we're getting people from, across the universe and across the world here. Danny, glad to have you here tonight. Thanks for showing up, buddy. I know it's super late where you're at, so I always appreciate it whenever you show up to a live stream of mine. And Carol saying we would go hunting for the toys in the house, then she would go buy more, so we would be surprised. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We definitely did that. We were pretty rotten. And everybody jumping in saying hey to Danny. So excellent. So good to have you here. Oh man. So I'm gonna keep digging out some of these accessories here, and we're gonna see what else comes through. Now, here's another neat little thing. Comes with a little neat elf, and that's pretty awesome. I like that. Comes with this little small drum. As soon as I can get out of the package, being careful because I've heard some people had problems popping these out of the plastic here, and I don't want to break it or pop the chain, as it were. But here's the drum. Comes with a little chain, and on the end of the chain there, see if I can get it focus a little bit. Put it over the white on the hat. That'll help. Normally, I can use the glare of my bald, but there it is. So you can hook it right onto a side. That's a pretty awesome little feature that I'm really digging. And then we have his trumpet. That's right. Santa coming through, announcing he's coming through with a drum and a trumpet. Or maybe he's going to deliver those to some young boy and girl. 5 a.m. Danny, man, wow. Thank you again so much then for being here, especially since it's 5 a.m. where you're at now, man. I really appreciate it. That the fact that you show up at 5 a.m. I don't know if you're just waking up or if you haven't been to bed yet, but I really appreciate you being here. No, I don't know that saying. I'm just too huge. Oh, Gamer Bud. Spicy content. Gamer Bud starting up I would say only buds. I don't know. That sounds like a little different kind of site, but hey, that would always be awesome. All right. So, Carol Hart, thank you so much, Duchess. Appreciate it. And Skelevator saying, I'm loving this perfectly sentimental unboxing. I know. It's got a lot of, it's really sentimental to me just taking this out of the package here. It's great because I used to love seeing all my mom's Santas when she would bring them out, for Christmas each year. She had totes and totes of these things, and it was incredible. So Danny Phillips saying, always try and stay up. Well, appreciate it, Danny. But hey, man, if you got to dip out because you got to get some rest, I'm not going to be offended. The fact that you just show up and even say hi means a lot, and we always appreciate that extra support. I have to do I'm gonna have to do a special live one weekend earlier in the day, just for fans in the UK like yourself and Motu Origins Court, because I know you guys over there. We're always going on super late, and you guys either got to watch the replay or such as yourself staying up so late. I'm going to do a special live one Saturday. Hopefully, Ken won't get too upset because I know he likes to go live early. But that's mostly on Sundays. I actually love popping Ken's stream up while I'm doing channel work and working on graphics and everything like that because I can just sit here and relax, have some coffee, watch Ken go live, and Skelevator, you know, he goes live sometimes on Sunday mornings. You can have coffee with Skelevator Sunday mornings. Awesome way to wake up and spend your day. So he comes with a little lantern here with a little candle inside. No, it's not electronic. Can't light it up. But who knows? Maybe I'll try to crack into this thing and change that a little bit because I think that might be a neat thing to do. All right. So down to the figure. Fortunately, Father Christmas has a lot less twist ties than our old friend, the Headless Horseman, so I won't be sitting here as long untwisting ties, uh, which is nice. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely loved unboxing the Headless Horseman. Gosh, it's still that was a really, really amazing, absolutely amazing fun time to unbox that and start my journey into buying more of these four horsemen four horsemen toys. So I'm not going to worry about popping the extra head out yet, but as you see, he does come with two head sculpts. So right now, the way they packaged him in, he actually has his longer beard on. I'll try to angle him in the light so you can see that face sculpt a little better. I'm definitely going to have to post some pictures and take some pictures and actually use my IG for more than just shameless promotion or trying to get giveaways. So I don't know how many of you were there. Well, I know Gamer Bud was there, Duchess was there, Skelevator was there tonight. Master Versal, I do remember seeing you jumping in as well. Figuratively speaking, John Westby was there tonight as well. Uh, but we all jumped on Articulated Times Live as he announced his giveaway this evening, and that was awesome. That was a lot of fun. Everybody was really excited waiting. So, all right, real quick. Good night, all. I'll be sure to catch the rest in the AM, Oz. All right, Skelly. I will see you in the morning, brother. You have yourself a good one. And again, hey, catch some hashtag coffee with Skelly because that's going to be fun. Always is. And Carol's pointing out another key factor here, too. His name alone, Father Christmas, our father's birthday is Christmas. And that's absolutely right. Yeah. My dad was born December 25th. And kind of always got gypped out of a birthday because there was a big holiday celebrated around the world at the time. But, we'd all try to at least say happy birthday to him and remember and recognize that it was his birthday as well as Christmas. And Danny Phillips saying, is it Tim Allen? I'll be completely honest. No, the nose is a little big, but you know what? Since he's gotten older, maybe it is about the same size. I had to compare with the new Santa Claus's series, which is on Disney Plus. No, it's not paid promotion. I don't get paid to promote Disney Plus, but uh, as they own the rights now, they did a series with him on it. I did watch the first episode a couple weeks back at a friend's house, back for second Thanksgiving, and I do need to go ahead and try to continue catching up on the rest of that. So, Masterversal Toy Hunter. Yes, I had a few of the old twisted ties to undo with my Arharis live unboxing figure there. Yes, there was a bit of work, shall we say. Absolutely, man. They really secure him in the package. Um, but fantastic video, by the way. I know you were a little worried about your audio and everything like that, but the video itself actually turned out really well. If you guys haven't seen that yet, go ahead over to Masterversal Toy Hunters channel, give him a like, give him a subscribe, and yeah, check out his unboxing of his first Mythic Legions, which I'm sure he's going to show us off a bit more of tomorrow night when we get into the Mythic 201 class. So he does come with a hood. Uh, and it's a wired soft goods hood, so that way you can pose it around him kind of any way you like. I'm really digging that. It's really cool. I'm kind of hoping maybe the hood from the new coming wave actually turns out just as well as this for their Grim Reaper character because that thing is sick. Oh my god. All right. So Danny jumping in with the fact that he just pre-ordered his He-Man movie fig for £25 on Amazon. Way to go, Danny. Yeah, those guys started popping up now. So snatch them up while you can, guys. It's really cool. A little strange that Danny, do you know if there's the post for Skeletor on there too from the movie figs? Because I only saw He-Man so far that people were talking about. So definitely let us know. Skelly is 256 pounds, so not going to pre-order that yet. Wow. So wait a minute here. We jumped from 25 pounds to Skeletor being on there for 256. Something's got to be going on with that, man. Is that a third party seller trying to sell a pre order on Amazon? Or did somebody hit a typo and do that? Heard a rumor. Heard a rumor the other day. I tried to see if I could verify this and find out, but apparently somebody hacked Walmart's website, and instead of doing the whole usual, I'm going to steal everybody's credit card and identity theft thing, all they did was they ended up going in and coding all of their clothes to go on sale for 3 cents. So for like a good bit, all of Walmart's clothes available online were 3 cents. So for anybody who may have gotten in on that, I really, really hope that you managed to get some nice clothes for, hey, just a couple bucks. So Danny Phillips saying, I'll send you the screenshot on Insta. All right, man. Yeah, once you send it over, I'll go ahead and pop it up and do a screen share of it. We'll check it out, brother. I'll be all about it. All right. So get that going off here inside. Okay. So getting into the real nitty gritty on the last few accessories that I'm going to pull out. And then I'm going to probably pose them up a little bit. So here is his walking stick or his staff. I love the detail on this thing. It's really nice. Probably use a little bit of a black wash to bring out the grooves. I think that'll be pretty cool to do. So I might have to check that out. Um, I like that it's kind of got a shepherd's crook on the end there, which is really nice because they show many a picture where he's posed carrying his lantern, which I think is really, really neat look for it. So definitely can't really stand it up like that on his own without putting it in his hand. So we will again get that set up in just a moment later once we do some posing. Aha! I found the missing element that I just didn't realize was further down in the box. Now, I just heard a big old buzz, and I'm going to assume it's probably a screenshot from one Danny Phillips. Yes, yes, it was. Whoa. Yeah, you weren't kidding, buddy. All right. So we'll start off with that one. Woo. All right. I really hate when it does this stuff in Bing or whatever, Microsoft Edge. Okay. All right, guys, here we go. So, do a little bit of share screen here. Window. This is the one we want. There you go. And now you can see my Christmassy background that I spent so much time posting before going live tonight and being all late. So there we go, guys. 25.64 regular price. Says returns are easy, of course. So, and that's 25.64 pounds, by the way. And then we have here Skeletor, and you can definitely see 237 pounds, 92 cents. That's nuts. Uh, that's crazy. Ooh, let's move up there. Ignore that. Yeah, stop sharing screen here as all right. So yeah, that's pretty nuts. And Josh coming in saying, "Have a great night, Oz. Enjoy the stream time, brother." Absolutely, man. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you watching. All right. So just be careful of the figure joints there, sir. They can be a bit tight there at times. Without a hair dryer or a bit of heater and so forth. Yeah, that's something I ought to think about before I start doing these is plugging in my heat gun and warming up the joints a little bit before we start moving them. Uh, Joints are prone to breaking, so I will keep that in mind when doing a little bit of posing here. Santa staff looks like the staff my monk had in my D&D campaign, but instead of a candle in it, I had a fairy named Nectarine that lived in the lantern. Okay, yeah, I'm down with that. That's pretty cool. I don't know why he would be any more than He-Man. I think it's somebody probably just messed up with the pricing on there. Um, that's nuts. That is really, really, really crazy. Oh yes, I've pre-ordered my movie He-Man there the other day. To, of course, pop my custom Dolph Lundgren head on the sculpt on that figure when I get him, and so forth. Yes, yes. Masterversal's been working on that head sculpt. It looks gorgeous. I was glad to see it. So, this here was the piece that I was missing out on earlier. It's the base of the tree. So, you take the little wire tree and probably could have used a little lube. It's a bit tight. That's what he told her. And the fun part about the tree is that one of the reasons there was so much flex is because it's literally like those really old fake Christmas trees. Oh no, what did I just do? I kind of just made it a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, folks. I have to try and take some time and fix that a little bit. Got a little rickety, put too much pressure on it, and it kind of bent the wrong way. You know what happens. You've all been there before. Or maybe you haven't, I don't know. Sometimes it just bends. It's a little too tight when you're going in. Yeah, yeah. I may have broke my tree. So I'm gonna stop messing with that a little bit now. But there you go. I'll figure out a better way to get that set up in the stand at some point in the future. It's my little desk tree. I want a little Christmas tree for my desk. That'll have to be my little desk tree. Might get some of that fake snow put on there and see what goes on. So, Masterversal saying, yes, I'll have to mold that up and send you one of those dolphin sculpts there, sir. Oh, that would be amazing. I mean, yeah, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to show it off on the channel in a video, popping it on that figure. Absolutely. That would be fantastic. I might even pop it on, I could pop it on 40th anniversary too, even. That'd be a lot of fun to do. So, Santa comes with two different wreath headbands, which I actually think is really cool. I could see where this might fit on some of the other uh, Legions characters and all, depending on the kind that you'd have, some kind of druid character. But I'm guessing they give you. I'm guessing one fits better on a certain head than the other one does. So I'll have to get into that. And what is Santa? What is Santa without his sack? And Four Horsemen had just announced earlier today what is in Santa's sack. And I'm probably going to say it a few more times just because it's funny to talk about Santa's sack. Oh, they even tied it real nice. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So I just got a message here telling me GamerBud sent me a message. Oh, okay, cool. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and show this. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and check out a drawing from GamerBud, and you can see my snowy background a little bit more. So this was GamerBud's D&D character that he drew up. And again, you can see the staff very similar to the one the Santa has with the little lantern. But his had this little fairy creature right here who lived in it. I'm also digging from the monk. If you guys have ever watched anime and you've seen Ninja Scroll, this guy kind of reminds me of the monk from that, which is really, really cool. So thank you, GamerBud, for sending that over. Certainly appreciate being able to share that on screen here. All right, Danny jumping in with I think Mattel missed a big money maker here. They should have had movie He-Man and Skeletor in a two-pack, like the 40th anniversary two-pack. I bet that would have sold out in seconds. I don't know. It really kind of depends because it really depends on the kind of price tag you're going to put on that. The movie, let's face it, does not have as big of a following as the overall toy line itself. One of the main reasons that that exclusive two pack for the 40th anniversary sold so well is because we all appreciate the original He-Man and Skeletor. Not nearly as many of us that appreciate that original He-Man and Skeletor appreciate the movie the same way. So it could have sold big. It may have, but it wasn't guaranteed like the two pack that came out. I mean, they probably thought they were going to make gangbusters on the 40th anniversary four pack, which I'm sure last Ray checked on it, he'll let you know. Still available on Mattel Creations. Uh, so this was from a monk I made back in 2018. Excellent. So that wasn't actually that long ago. Pretty cool. Very nice, Duchess says. Excellent. Excellent. He is also naked, minus the hat and cloak, and his beard is 5 feet long, and he wraps around his body like a toga. Okay, sure, that's cool. I'm down. Maybe I should start doing that with my beard. What do you guys think? Yes, indeed. That's some lovely artwork there, Gamer Bud, sir. Absolutely, I agree. I do tend to agree with that because with just the two figures, it probably would have sold probably around the same price tag as the 40th anniversary two pack did. And yeah, people see something around like $100 or something like that. They're a lot more likely to spend the money for that than seeing that 150. Plus, again, it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that they were charging. If you break down 150 American US dollars four ways, it's $37.50 per origin style figure that they were doing. Gotta say, not so much. So, guys, they did a little bit of a tie job and a glue job on Santa's sack here, and just getting that open out. Oh, okay, I see how they did it. I didn't see that part before. That is really cool. They found a really, really neat way to tie up his sack. So, all right, we all know I'm a sucker for critters. I was talking about how this guy should have had an elf or the owl. Well, unfortunately, no owl, but but he came with like a little duck, a little chick. Can't tell. It's like Minecraft. Is it a duck or a chicken? I can't tell. Actually, it looks kind of like a fat chocobo. If any of you guys are Final Fantasy fans, definitely looks like a fat chocobo. That is really, really awesome. Oh, kind of cool that was tucked in there like that. It was really neat. So this is some of the other cool stuff that came with it. Uh, Four Horsemen announced this morning, went publicly with it. Everybody who purchased one figure gets a special Christmas present themselves outside of the card, outside of the packaging, outside of all the cool stuff from Santa himself. But you also get an exclusive Knights Templar head sculpt. Well, at least they said as of now. These are brand new, never been out before, packaged in exclusively with Santa for right now. They may release it later, probably on a figure, but not just one. Oh, oh, he did come with a critter. Oh, so the duck is clearly like a toy duck, but check this out. He comes with a puppy. How come more people are not talking about the puppy? All right, chat, name it. Name the puppy because I love it. About to name him Smokey myself, but I want to see what the chat comes up with. You guys get to name him. And again, the next exclusive helmet for your Crusaders or your Knight Templar, rather. Look at that. I don't know how well that detail shows up. It kind of washes out, but that is really awesome. Man, I really dig that helmet. That's pretty cool. Actually, that might even look good on the headless horseman even. Hmm. Possibilities. All right, all right. So, chat started to pop off here. All right. Danny did mention I really want Tila movie figure and Evelyn, but we're definitely not getting any in the next wave. Right? Yeah, it might be a while before we see them coming out. And Danny, love the duck. Excellent. Thank you. And we've got Sir Nicholas of the Knights Templars. That's right. There we go. There we go. That's him. This is Sir Nicholas. And Master Versal Toy Hunter jumping in with Snowy to name the puppy. Thanos Copter has made it in tonight. What is going on, Thanos Copter? Glad you could be here, brother. So we're just getting into really we've pretty much pulled everything out of the box now for Father Christmas here. So glad you could at least make it. I'll go through everything again because we're gonna pose them up a little bit. I might even take off some of the soft goods because the body type underneath looks really neat, and I might want to get into that a little bit more. But yeah, a little late to the party, but that's okay. We're still going strong here. So, and oh, Carol just popping on saying hi. All right. So far we've got one name option for the puppy as Snowy, uh, and the duck Christmas Quacker. Well, definitely, yeah, yeah. I'm going with that. The duck's name is Quacker for sure. And would have hopped on earlier. Just realized you were on. Yeah, man, it was a surprise one tonight, and then even then I was like, what, almost 15, 20 minutes late, still doing some stuff. I really wasn't sure if I was going to go on tonight, but I thought this deserved its own thing separate from the Mythic episode. Um, again, this toy meaning a lot to me because my mom used to collect Santa Clauses for Christmas, and as soon as I started seeing this guy come out, I was like, you know what, I kind of want to have a piece of my collection to remind me of my mom in that special way. And not only that, it reminds me of my dad too, because as my sister was pointing out, he is Father Christmas, and our dad was born on Christmas, as well as my dad rocked a bushy beard. So, all All right. So Danny's jumping in saying the puppy does look like Balto, and I got to agree. If you've ever seen the animated movie Balto, he really does look like that. But I got to say, Master Versal coming straight in with the more original with the snowy, and he's got that gray and white complexion. He does look a little snowy. He looks snowier than the tree does. I have to figure out how to fix that tree. I can't believe I broke the tree. Wait a minute, Thanos got to jumping in. His mom's birthday is on Christmas. Well, you know what? Give your mom an early happy birthday from Nostradamus Toys and all of the awesome verse. Okay? Definitely make sure she knows. So, Thanos, I don't know how much of it you saw, but we got into Santa's sack. Inside Santa's sack, we got some new Knights Templar helmets for Mythic Legions. And these are brand new sculpts. They just showed them off today for the first time. Uh, I mean, of course, everybody who's been getting this and has opened his sack has known these guys were in there. So I'm surprised we didn't get like 50 billion flooded with 50 billion pictures of these things. But I like this one. I think I really, really enjoy this helmet here. Uh, both look really, really good. I just don't have any other bots to put them on because I like my noble bear barbarian. And as we mentioned earlier, so was our dad's birthday. Yeah, Carol, I was just reiterating that just a little bit ago that dad's birthday again being on Christmas. This guy, Father Christmas. I don't think dad's beard ever quite got this long, but definitely, definitely reminds me of dad with that beard. So we've got Duchess of Darkness saying also again, happy early birthday to Thanos Copter's mom. Much like Stacy's mom, I heard she's got it going on. So I'm a week before, and always a bad thing as a kid. You always get a shared B-Day Christmas present. My parents they did a really good job. My sister's birthday is last month. My birthday is exactly 10 days after Christmas. I was born on January 4th. Um, but they really did try their hardest. That if we wanted a birthday party, we tried to get a birthday party. I had several. Um, that actually turned out pretty good. But yeah, it was always hard to really kind of get other kids to really want to come out and go to a birthday party too close to Christmas, because everybody's all just concerned about playing with their own toys. So I don't blame them. I don't. Half the time, I didn't even like all them other kids at the party. When you're a little kid and like you invite everybody in your class and all like that, I wasn't friends with all those kids. I had my best friend, Eric. He and I, always used to try to hang out on my birthday. Um, Later in life, my buddy Carl, we traded off on birthdays. Like his birthday, I'd spend the night at his place. He'd spend the night at mine. But yeah, that was really how I spent a lot of my birthdays. Just hanging out with a couple of close friends. Later on, I enjoyed that far more than like those big kid birthday parties where you got like 30 kids running around and everything like that. I enjoyed my more close knit friends. All right. So I've seen people take off this, or I've seen people who have removed Santa's belt here and taken off his robe and got down to the body underneath. But I'll be honest, I don't see how the belt comes up. Ah, there we go. That's really cool. I like that. So his belt does come off. There's a little pouch on the back there, and that's what hides the little clasp that holds it together. Said, I hated past the parcel. It was my B day. Why are other people getting toys? Rude. That must have been rough. Yeah, I think I would have been a little PO'd if kids showed up to my birthday party and they were all like, yeah, yeah, where's my gift? Oh, wow. So he's got a bra clasp on the front of his robe. Unfortunately, I can't do this one handed because, well, typically try to do this one handed. The whole thing's not moving while you're doing it. It's pretty stationary. So there we go. Or not. There it is. Wow, that was really cool. I dig that. So his undergarbs, the whole robe is wired for posability, which I really like. I like it when soft goods have the wire so that you can really kind of pose it out and do what you want with it, versus the usual pop his hands off because that will make it easier to remove. I'm so worried about ripping it. Okay, so I am a little nervous about the soft goods because the cape on my headless horseman, I was not even really doing anything with it at the time, and chain popped. So I was a little bummed about that. But yeah, it is what it is, though. I got to see if somebody in the community fixes those, and then seeing what I can do about it. So I'm digging the body here. Oh man. Okay, so he also comes with like this purple tunic underneath, which I'm really digging here. Now, I haven't done a lot of the popping of mythic characters. So, if anybody has experience as to how you remove the arms, is it as easy as Origins? Because I also don't want to break it. And I'm a little worried that I might. So, I might have to wait to remove everything because I wanted to get down to the body underneath because I'd seen images online of what it is. And it's funny because he looks very similar to how I used to build my characters in Skyrim with some leather armor, very light, very sneaky. Um, but yeah, a lot of people were saying that they don't like the fact that this Father Christmas figure isn't like all big and fat, that he's rather kind of, he's really skinny. But when you're looking at the layers of the soft goods that he has on, it's a different story. You don't want like this really big chunky guy sitting inside all these layers of soft goods. So, all right. Gamer Bud jumping in with, I only did the whole birthday party thing once and it was okay. But after that, I'd just have a friend or two over and we would get a lot of food and rent video games and movies and stay out. Right? That's what it's all about, man. I just want to hang out with my best buds and do that. So, yeah, the whole weekend. Yeah. Now, Gamer Bud teasing me, saying about how I've got weak bra strap skills. Line them up, buddy. Line them up, and I will go down that list and pop them. Yeah, I prefer just a couple friends sleep over and watch He-Man and She-Ra. Absolutely, Danny. I mean, that's what it's all about. Just enjoying that time with your friends, having a good time. And yes, yes, did a bit of popping there on my figure that I'll be revealing tomorrow. Okay, very, very cool. You need to heat those areas up a bit. Yeah, yeah. Remember before you're saying like a little stiff, heat them up. Don't try to pop them. All right then. So I think I'm not going to worry too much about trying to remove anything tonight, anything further tonight, because my heat gun is across the room, put away, and I also don't feel like getting up and going and boiling a bunch of water just so I can pop some joints off. So that'll be something I will do at another time. But yes, before I custom painted my second Mythics figure, there I had to pop everything off and apart, so to speak. Okay, excellent. All right. I just came up with a new idea for a live. Yep, yep, just line them up, have a whole bunch of them, popping them all down. I actually did see somebody do like a speed run video the other day. He was going down like a whole chain of them. It was at a bar or something. That's not my scene anymore. I don't go to bars. 11 years sober. I stay out of them best I can. Been to a couple since, but not frequently. It's a very rare occasion I will. And normally it's because I'm going there for another reason. not, of course, to drink. I do still frequent bars and grills. I can still get down with that. I can still have a good time going there. You know what? I was talking about taking the soft goods off, and I'm just realizing at the back here, it's Velcro. My observation skills were not on point tonight. The tunic, the robe, is Velcro, which also gives me ideas. Just a little reuse. Little reuse. I don't know. I think it's a little too big, but who knows? I'm gonna keep them together as Father Christmas for the most part. But this is the body that you get underneath. Again, it is extremely skinny. That head sculpt, way too small. Look at that. God. Actually, let's go ahead and pop one. Doesn't quite match up with the armor provided, but look at that. That head looks too big for this little body. Um, but yeah, I'm digging this. So somebody was saying this is the 2.0 bodies, uh, which I can feel that articulation is nice. Mine's not really that stiff, at least in the shoulders, a little bit in the elbows, but I still managed to bend that okay. Nothing looks like it's breaking or stressing too bad. Really digging that. Good postability in the legs. The loincloth piece is pretty soft and definitely looks like you can just pop that off and swap with somebody else. Really digging the look of like this leather banded armor that he's got. It was really, really cool looking. So when you look at Santa and you think he's defenseless out there, and I don't know, I'm from Baltimore where I would not be surprised if somebody tried to rob Santa. Um, yeah, this Santa's got some armor. He's got some defense going. He's rolling the D20 and hitting his evades because he's got light armor, so you don't have to stand there and take it like a tank. Anybody else getting all the D&D references besides Gamer Bud? You know what, Gamer Bud? That might be something fun to do on the Discord server. I didn't think about that entirely, or maybe I did. Actually, maybe I did come up with something like that on there. Now that I think back to it, I really think I did. I think I put something in there about gearing up and campaigning together. So, I don't know, guys. The new Discord server, all the patrons of the Toy Frenzy, all of the Frenzied, as they're now called. That's Danny Phillips and John Emerald Knight photos on Instagram, Gamerbud, and Motu Origins Court, Brick Something. All these guys, patrons of the channel. We even let Skelevator in because he joined mine and Bobby's channel. Um, but yeah, so we've got the new server up. Gamerbud's been flooding it out with a lot of really great picks, which is really nice. As well as, everybody's just jumping around the different channels, checking out stuff, having a really good time in there. And I would like to see more of you all join if you can. Okay. So again, that if you can't do it, you can't do it. But if you got that little bit extra support, we really appreciate it. It's helping for the upgrades, like all the sweet upgrades we have on StreamYard, like the little thing that gives me my little Ostradamus toys up in the corner there, which I'm realizing I'm probably going to have to make that bigger because you can't really notice. But I did change my colors up because it's Christmas time again. So, all right. Yes, Mega J's live stream will be up there in 30 minutes or so. Oh man, I'm gonna have to start wrapping this up then. Don't wanna encroach on another's territory. I try to specifically avoid when other streamers are going live. Like tonight, I felt bad enough because I knew Dole, if you guys caught Toy Frenzy on last night rather, Dole was on. He joined us as we were all talking up about the old Toy Biz X-Men and having a blast reminiscing about those. Um, with that being said, Dole was on there and I wanted to catch his Gotham tonight. And then I selfishly decided that I was going to go and do this unboxing. So I had to cut out early from watching him and Lexi's live. But they were talking about all the big news and shakeups in the DCEU, or not anymore, as it seems. So, for all of you that don't know, James Gunn's kind of been put in charge of DCEU, and they've kind of passed on the old regime to the new, and they got big plans for stuff that's coming. And there was a bit of talk about that tonight on Gotham City tonight, which is a great program that Dole and Lexi normally do on Wednesdays nights at 10 o'clock on East Coast time, which is great because if you guys catch Wicked Wednesdays with Duchess, uh, hers goes live at 9 o'clock East Coast time. So it's great. Once hers goes ahead and wraps up, I normally get a nice quick break, freshen up my coffee, get myself ready to relax a little bit more. And then Dole goes live at 10:30 on Wednesdays with Lexi the First, and they do Gotham City tonight. Absolutely love geeking out and talking DC because everybody talks Marvel these days. I don't feel like we get enough DC talk. So that's always fun to pop in there and watch. And so, sorry, Ryan. Sorry I went live tonight. I know you guys were still going because I was actually watching that before I jumped into my own chat and started apologizing to everybody because I was going to be late because I was trying to download a picture that you can't even see from my background. I guess I could have put it behind me, but the last time I did a virtual background behind me, the stream was horrible. Horrible. What was that, episode 2 or 3? All right. I finally got Santa's belt back on. Woo, you don't like putting the belt back on. Nope, it popped again. All right. So I was hoping to pose him up with his hood and everything else, but the way this thing's fighting me, I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't want Santa walking around without his belt. Pants will fall down. Hey, did you guys ever think about this? So, when you look up the sky, you see 3 stars in a line. It's Orion's belt, right? Y'all ever realize that if one of those stars goes out, his pants are gonna fall? And them is some big pants. All right. So, Danny Phillips saying there's a new movie out where Santa kicks AYUS ass. That's not actually what he said, but that's what I'm saying on my channel. The guy from Stranger Things. Yeah, definitely. Oh man, now I can't even think of his name. I absolutely love that guy. David Harbour. Yes, big fan of David Harbour. So, Thanos Copter saying never played D&D. Well, Thanos, this might be a fun thing to do. We definitely can try to pull that off. I think that would be great. And so he saw the Polly Pocket section. And he used to have loads of them and Mighty Max. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I forget who I was talking to the one time, and we mentioned Bluebird and everything like that. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna add a section for these because that was fun. I enjoyed those toys. They were cool. You know, I wasn't always into those, but I wish they had made a lot of those sets bigger so my other toys could have played on 'em, but I did enjoy them. I'll try to patron there soon, as you call it. They're just with other things and having the gold for collecting, as it were. Hey, look, again, guys, we're all in a very, very expensive hobby here. If you can't, you can't. It's totally okay. You guys can always talk to me for free and everything else. We're just trying to give something to the people who support us more, a little bit something extra. Um, you know, because we absolutely love the support you guys give us just by showing up, hitting the like, spreading the word, subscribing to the channels. Like that's really, really more like Never expected to have a following, never expected to have people in here watching me talk about toys, opening up toys each and every week. You guys are all amazing. Okay. Don't ever think that we really, we appreciate the extra support. It allows us to do more with the channel, and we're going to keep trying to add more. And for that, we definitely want to give you guys something a little bit extra. So we're trying to do what we can and always trying to come up with more ideas of what more we can do for you guys. So don't feel pressured that you actually have to sign up for Patreon. I know things can be tight. My budget's extremely tight. So don't worry about it. If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. It's not that big of a deal. But to all of those that do, you guys really awesome. I never expected any of this. So I can't thank you all enough for that support. Um, and it really does. It really helps. I know Mega J. He just did a live last week talking about how his patrons have paid for him to be able to upgrade his equipment. So now he's got a better mic, better cameras, and stuff like that, which is awesome. And a long way to go before I'm making that kind of money. But I mean, he could have been building it up. But each and every dollar donated to uh, Toy Frenzy across Skelevator, myself, and Bobby, every penny of that gets put back into the Toy Frenzy show. Because, like I said, now we do have upgraded StreamYard, so we're able to do something awesome like we did for Friendsgiving, where we had so many guests at once. We've got another big show coming up later. Um, Patrons, of course, actually get exclusive heads ups on all of that. Something exclusive to the Discord server where we post about what our upcoming show is before everybody else gets to see it go live and advertised on YouTube. So that is something that pretty cool that we're doing, and we're going to try to come up with a couple more things that we're going to be doing live. It's just really organizing the time to do some cool stuff. But we've been coming up with some ideas for you guys. But yeah, so patron only D&D game. That might be cool. I could see Gamer Bud popping on a robe himself like Eldor and being the DM. Yes, he looks like he has a bit of an unboxing there. No, all good. Yes, it's hard to time everything these days. Yeah, it really is. He said Wonder Woman 3 isn't canceled, thankfully. Yes, he definitely did. Um, I was really gutted that Batgirl won't get a release. It's filmed, finished, ready to go. Sometimes, man, that happens. Everything will definitely. It sometimes that happens. Whole films will get completely canned, and all you got to do is get put in theater. They're ready to go, maybe a little bit more post production, and they just sit on some shelf forever, never to be seen. But yes, your live tonight has been rather good there, sir. And yes, meaningful also. Absolutely. It meant a lot to me, especially share this with all you guys. I'm so glad to have you here. And that's right. You guys are a bunch of Ozholes, and I love it. And yes, Carol, you are Oz's sister. That is correct. And how's the lights going, Carol? Oh yeah, we got to get pictures of all the goodies for my sister's Christmas display. That Halloween display was something else, and she has posted a little bit of what she's had going on. I haven't seen too much more, but then again, like all my feeds are full of toys. So posted a TikTok link on my Facebook, and if you use IG more, I can post it there too. Well, I'm always on IG. IG is my main thing. I just don't post a lot to it. I post stuff for the shows, but I'm always scrolling. But you know how the algorithms work. Like I got a lot of toy photographers on there that I like their pictures like daily, and then like next thing I know, they're all I'm seeing. So I'll definitely be having to do search more for the people I follow and seeing what else is going on there. You know, see who else I'm missing posts of regularly. Because, it's funny. I'm on Facebook, but I barely use Facebook anymore. And most of the time, like if anybody sees me post to Facebook, it's because I posted it to IG and it shares automatically to Facebook. It's not because I'm actually on it, which I find kind of funny. So, all right, guys, I'm definitely going to be wrapping it up here because Mega Day is about to go live. So I get some more cool posing and pictures done with this, and I will definitely post it live because I got to get Santa's belt back on. I can't get his belt back on. I had no problem rehooking the bra strap in the front there, the clasp, but I can't get his belt back on. So I will look out for it. Yes, absolutely. All right. So, guys, with about 10 minutes to go before Mega J goes live, uh, I'm going to call it a night. But thank you all for joining me and checking out all of these awesome little extras. Smoky or Snowy, sorry, Snowy, the puppy. I'm digging it. Snowy. And we got Christmas Quackers. What's up? I kind of want to see if I can get like a dollhouse bathtub big enough for Grayskull, and He-Man's going to be getting a bath with his ducky. No, like this is so cool. I'm sorry, this is so cool. Hey, this is a little elf. I should hide him all around Castle Grayskull, like Elf on a Shelf. You know? Oh wait, we had Carlo here. Carlo, I didn't see you speak up in the chat earlier, man. Otherwise, would definitely say hey. So I'm sorry if I missed anything you posted, but hey, Carlo, thank you for being here. This is your first time in the chat, and it's good to see you. Thank you for showing up and appreciating that support. If you enjoyed it, hit the like and subscribe. We got more content. We got another show going on tomorrow night talking strictly about Mythic Legions. We are going to be diving into the lore of Mythic Legions tomorrow. Heavy. So it's going to be a great episode. And again, it's going to be everybody from the Mythic 101 class again. Even though, Eldor was a bit of a surprise, ended up showing up in our Mythic 101 class while he was trying to contact Orko. So, yeah, that was really, really cool. And now, because of that, he's going to be joining us for our next several classes as we continue learning about Mythic Legions and all the lore around it. So, Carla, if you enjoyed tonight's episode, I hope you will join us again tomorrow night. All right. So, Ray Black saying, I was thinking of looking you up on Facebook a few times. Absolutely. Go ahead. You can find me by my last name. I don't go by Oz on Facebook, and there are reasons for that. But yes, you can definitely find me on Facebook. I'm on there. I just don't post frequently. Can't wait to see the photos. Absolutely. I've really got to start getting better at taking photos and things like that, getting those posted. Danny Phillips saying, night all. Danny, get yourself to bed, man. Come on. I appreciate you being here. It really means a lot, especially knowing the time difference. So thank you. Thank you again for being here. And Master Versal Toy Hunter. See you all over on Jay's Live there. Good journey. Absolutely. I'll be jumping on and jumping in the chat and saying hey to everybody there as well. Was a great stream. I was Nolan. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, brother. Glad you made it tonight. Absolutely. And Duchess, this was great. Father Christmas is awesome. He's outstanding. He's definitely one of the best figures I've seen. Like really getting the Headless Horseman this year as my first, and following up getting Father Christmas now. Fantastic. Like these figures are awesome. So definitely pulled in. All right, and Thanos Copter saying later Oz and everybody in chat. Glad I caught the tail end. Absolutely, Thanos Copter. Glad to have had you here. I hope you weren't driving, or if you were, I'm glad you didn't have your phone out, so you were driving safe. And Carlos saying, I came in late. Absolutely, man. You came in late, but you were still here. And that's all that matters, brother. You can always catch the earlier parts of the stream on the replay. So appreciate it. And everybody, make sure you smash that like button tonight. Uh, and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought, and let me know what you'd like to see more of. So, Gamerbud, if you put Orko on your head, then you get Orko on a dork. Yes, Orko on a Dorko, because I am a giant whale. Bleep bloop. Oh, look, another new viewer tonight. Tom Charlton. Hey, what's going on, man? Glad you could make it out. Unfortunately, I'm just wrapping things up. But if you want to continue chatting with everybody, we're all about to go hop over to Mega J's channel. He's going to do a live stream. He goes live every Saturday morning at 1 a.m. We're going to go hop over there and hang out for a bit. But I just did this big unboxing for Father Christmas, pulled out all the different accessories and everything, broke my Christmas tree. It was awesome. Yeah. So definitely watch the replay and give a like. All right. Hee hee. Yeah. Yeah. Gamer bud. Uh-huh. Yeah. I see what you did there. And definitely looking forward to that. Tomorrow night's going to be a lot of fun. I'm so pumped about it. I've been pumped since the last time we all got together and started talking about Legion. So I'm really excited to continue it tomorrow night. And Carol saying, okay, it's posted to IG. I'm sure Oz can share or however it's on IG, and I'm not a fan of IG. Okay. Okay. I see. I see. Yes, and I'll have a surprise figure to reveal also tomorrow there. Ooh, we like surprises. Unless it's like because I'm 20 minutes late to my own live stream because it was a surprise live stream tonight. Good night, everyone, from the Duchess of Darkness. Absolutely. Good night, Duchess. And good night there at Duchess. And at GamerBud, that was pretty much my Halloween costume. Yes, it was actually. I remember you posted some pictures of that. And Tom saying, I love Father Christmas too. Just got today. Absolutely, man. He showed up today. It was great. I was like so overjoyed that he was here finally. And then, like I said, we're doing a Mythic Legions tomorrow night. We're doing a Mythic class and diving into the lore. And I thought, I'll unbox them tomorrow night. And I was kind of torn about doing it tonight. I decided to do it tonight and save tomorrow's episode just for Mythic. But enjoy doing Father Christmas tonight, and I've had a blast opening the sky up. It's beautiful, like everything. And I love the Christmas card. Absolutely love the Christmas card. It was awesome touch. You got a little puppy. I love critters. Absolutely love critters. So glad that we got a puppy with it. And Thanos Copter, that was a great costume, wasn't it? Absolutely was. Thanks, Duchess. All right, everybody. So in any case, guys, I'll see you here tomorrow night. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time for all of our friends out on the West Coast. It'll be myself, Jesse at Just Shelve It, Sean from the Legends of Grayskull podcast will be here tomorrow night. Eldor, Masterversal Toy Hunter himself will be here, and Brick Something as well will all be here tomorrow night, diving further into the lore of Mythic Legions and really, really appreciating it. See everybody on Mega J's channel. Have a good night.